Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello everyone and welcome to Painting Watercolours with me, Colin. This is a scene I've made up and I'm just leaving a thin film of water on the paper. This is a £140 extra rough Buckingford. And I just want to dry off around the back end of the tree areas into the sky. We'll put the sky in after. We'll drop some colour into these bushes. Might even drop some colour into this tree here. And I've just indicated where the foliage is going to be. The reason why I'm drying off around it is I don't want the colour to spread and infect everything. I'll give you a quick rundown of the colours. We have Naples yellow, we have permanent yellow light. These are mission gold paints. This is yellow orange, autumn red, French ultramarine, burnt sienna, burnt umber with some olive green. I believe a lady called Marsha uses some of these mission gold paints, so we'll make this one for her. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water. I'm going to allow a bit of spread to take hold. As you know, I like to drop colours in, really wet into wet. So I'm going to take some of the Naples yellow and I'm just going to drop this in sort of an autumn kind of scene. Some nice colours, but we still have green, so it's not really too late in the autumn. Take some permanent yellow, just drop that in. I'm running the light this way in. All these colours will merge, some of the yellow orange. Now these paints have very little colour shift, so what you put on can be what you get at the end, so this could end up being bright. Drop a little bit of, let's have a look at that autumn red. Just on tiny areas. And then I want take some of the olive green, the burnt sienna, and really take this down a little bit. There's a little bit of foliage on this tree and I'd like it a little bit dark. So when I add a lighter colour, it will show up. Because then I don't mind all this running. These colours will play really nice. Bring a little bit into the hill. I'm not bothered about the edges because I think I might even just wash them out. To dry off around where the little stream is, because the picture's just mainly about this main area here. Put a little fence in for a bit of fun. Maybe even just a touch of olive green as well. So that's just a bit of olive green in as well. Because it's autumn, just dropping some burnt sienna. Like I say, I want to wash this out in this area here. I don't want it. So I always have your kitchen towel handy. A little bit darker on this side, I think, so I use the burnt umber. And I do want a little bit of dark in this. So I'm going to take some of the burnt umber and the French ultramarine, darken that down. Drop one or two darker areas in. Once again, I'm just going to pull this down slightly, just to create a shadow. Just to stop your paper drying out, let's just re-wet it. And allow the other section to dry a little bit further. Now the background trees are dry, so I'll put a little bit of directional light in. Bring it through here. This is the Naples yellow. I'm going to take some French ultramarine, burnt sienna. I just want to grey this to a grey blue. I want this to be pretty pale. I'm going to bring it up to the tree, wet round the tree, and all the bits that I want to have the sky around. This is just a bit of direction. There's not much to the sky in this really. A little bit of light in the tree. That may not show through, but it may. Maybe bring a little bit around here. You can see this is really no importance. It's just the centre I'm looking for. Once again, pencil marine and burnt sienna. Take a look at that. Darker, I think. I just want to pull this in as like a vignette. And I just want to take my little mop brush, take some of this colour on the tips, and I want to add this into these bushes, just to give a little bit more life into them. Giving some of the other colour to show through as the branches radiate out. Deepen it again with a little bit more French ultramarine, nice dark colour. Pick up some of that, something a little bit more dark in the bottom. And you can allow this to run together. I'm just going to take some water. I'm just going to touch this in. See how that paint is now running? Just create a shadow, drop a little bit more of the olive green in, just to help separate these two hills out, run into this gully, allow some of the colour to show through on the underneath, and then just wash some of it down towards where the little stream is, and this will soften quite naturally. A little more colour in, touch of the olive green. Allow it to run into the sky. I just want to pull one or two branches through into this, just for some structure. And you're going to let that dry. Okay, that's nice and dry. I've set the board at an angle and I'm just going to stroke in some clean water, not everywhere, I'm just almost like dabbing it in so we get some wet and we get some dry. Then I want to take some of the yellow light and I'm just going to touch this in just along some of the edges, just where maybe the light might hit it. To drift into the water. You might have to add a little bit to get it to run. I just want it to be very light up against where that dark is there. And I'm going to take some of the cadmium orange as well. I'm going to drop this in. Maybe a little bit round here, that looks nice. And take some of this olive green. I'm going to drop it into this colour here because I want to darken it. Just using the tip and the side of the brush to get this in. Just bringing it into the other colours. Some of the other colour will show through. It's the foliage you'll just mainly want to get in. Bring a little bit more in. I'm going to darken it really again. A little bit more burnt umber into that. Just allow the colours to drift together. We can separate a few colours out later, but just for now we just want to bring it all together. And I'm adding this to the underside where the tree would be darker. Trying to leave some of the other colours. Another colour. Take some burnt umber and I'm just going to pop it in here with the rest of that French ultramarine. I'm looking for a bluey grey with that. On the embankment here I'm just going to put some water. I'm just going to drop some of that colour in, reasonably pale, because I want to show a rock here, and I'm just dropping it slowly in and letting it drift through the water and leave some light and dark patches. I'll take some of the olive green and stroke this in. A bit of a darker colour. Same on this side. Like I said, you're not really bothered about where this leads or where it goes. This is the main attraction. Just show a little bit more darker colour in along the bottom there. And then at this point you can actually add on the top some of the yellow light and allow this to drift through. So painting as wet as this can be really fun and annoying at the same time. I don't want any detail in this down here. I want to keep it relatively simple because it doesn't really matter that much. I'll take some more burnt umber, French ultramarine. I just want to run a little water into this from the tree. I don't mind this drifting into the foliage of the tree. Just pull a little down. Take some of this colour, the light's coming in this way, so I'm going to darken it on this side. Just drop it in. Pull a branch out there. Just let this colour run across. So you get random effects. Now if I pull it further down, it will hit there and it will spread into that. I don't think I want that to happen. I'll check a little bit more of the French ultramarine, drop it in there. Just put that in with the burnt umber. What I can do is then pull this up into the wet paint here. Just let it merge with all the other paint, and this will bring all your tree together. Just add some branches in, just giving it structure all the time. So you can get different colours into your branches in your trees. Deepen it on this side, just pull it through. I want to keep some of this green on this tree down here, so I'm just going to pull this down a little bit so it won't spread so far. Add a few strokes of that deeper green mixed with a little bit of brown. And then I'm going to let that dry. Now that's dry, I'm just going to take some of this blue, I'm going to add it up here. I want to add some water to this. And I've re-wet the water area. I'm going to paint it very simply in this. A little bit more blue to that. I don't want this to be too strong. I'm just dipping into the French ultramarine. I also like a little bit of Naples yellow in there, just to reflect some of the sky. Just pull them two together, pull it across. And a little bit more of this dark burnt umber French ultramarine. Just a touch darker than that. Just adding some darker shades in, that's all. Always leaving some of the other colour to show through. I've dried the brush off. I want to take some of the French ultramarine again. Being dry, we can, if you hold your brush on the side, there's probably a little bit brown, a bit more bloom on that. You can just gently, if you catch the top of the paint that you've already put on and just drag it down, this is all you have to do. You can create your waterfall, drag some of the other water up, and you can create your splashes. A really simple way of doing it. Bottom, take some of the dark colour, bring it in, and then just fade this in. Come across to this. I'm going to put the fence in. Blades of grass. Just where you can't mow around it. Taking some reasonably dark colour, and with the flat of the brush, just add this bush in. Just take a little paint off and just drag it into the branches. That's about all I want to do with that. I just want to put a few birds in. This is where you get to signing it, mounting it and framing it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll leave some suggestions at the end of this video for other videos I've made for YouTube. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.